Under the earth, Superman examines the stasis pods more closely. The wires leading to the tubes all seem to be organic. And Superman can't take a chance on smashing the tubes until he has a better handle on this. In Hamilton County, Lois just sits there, speechless, amongst the broken pieces of the Batmobile, and stares back at their neighbor. How could Mr. Cobbs do this to them? Mr. Cobbs replies that she doesn't understand simply because she can't see the bigger picture. Yet.
Everything will be answered in due time. We have no intention of hurting you. This has actually been all about preparing you.
Prepare us for what, Cobbs?
For a new life. For a new world.
Lois squints back at Mr. Cobbs. Clearly, she is no match. But that has never stopped her before. Lois lifts the bat gauntlet and points it at the old man before firing off a plasma bolt of energy. I like this one just fine the way it is, she says as the energy collides with Mr. Cobbs, forcing him backwards and almost off his feet. Ultimately, the blast does little more than knock off Mr. Cobbs' glasses. They never even touch the ground. Mr. Cobbs psychically holds the small frames in the air, giving him time to regain his composure before he readdresses Lois.
I had hoped it wouldn't come to this, but your husband left us no choice.
Mr. Cobbs holds his own palm towards Lois, forcing her to lift up the gauntlet, and he closes it into a fist, causing the metal glove to crumble into a ball around Lois's hand. The sounds of breaking bones, cracking metal, and frying wires are doled out by Lois's own screams in pain. Superman stops what he's doing. He knows that sound. It's Lois. He jumps up out of the underground lair and uses his heat vision to burrow his way to the surface of the earth. With an explosion of debris, Lois is thrown back as Superman launches out of the ground and punches Mr. Cobbs. Superman then catches Lois out of the air. Are you alright? He asks, as they slowly float to the ground. Lois shows Superman her hand, and this only heightens his anger. And Jonathan? She asks. Scanned everywhere. Can't zero in on him. What kind of parents are we if we can't protect our own? Down! Superman warns her. Superman turns his back and covers Lois to shield her as a rock is thrown in their direction. It shatters into dust on contact. Once the dust settles, there stands Mr. Cobbs.
Hello, Superman. Or should I say, Clark.
I don't care what you call me, Clark barks back. You've been lying to us from the start. Mr. Cobbs crosses his arms and levitates more pieces of the earth. They spiral around his body, forming a barrier of sorts. Clark stomps forward and uses his heat vision to carve out a path. I never trusted you, Cobbs. Always had a gut feeling you were putting on a show. I blame myself for letting you and Kathy get so close to us. Mr. Cobbs then uproots a tree and uses it to attack. But it is easily shattered into small splinters of wood by a swift backhand from Clark. Enough of your telekinetic games! Is Kathy even a real girl?
Rest assured, we're all real, Superman.
Elsewhere, John wakes up, strapped down to a chair, facing a giant computer monitor, showcasing all of the night's events. He looks around, confused.
Kathy? Robin? Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Then, a displaced voice echoes throughout the room.
It's what you see here today that is of the utmost importance, my lad. The failure of Superman,
says the man as he presses on a large button labeled Release.
Show yourself,
John orders as he fires off his heat vision. The beams of energy bounce off the wall and around the room until they collide back with him. Somehow, his father cannot hear his cries in pain.
Rooms covered in black mirrors, the man tells him. Just sit back, be safe, and watch your parents on the telly.
On ground, Superman grabs Mr. Cobbs by his overalls and flies him into the air, warning him, "If you've hurt John in any way." Mr. Cobbs punches Superman to shut him up.
The last thing I'd ever do is hurt your son.
Admittedly, this catches Superman off guard.
Where is John?
He scowls as he raises even higher into the sky.
I've been protecting him, nurturing him with Kathy. I love him as if he were my own. Everything that we do for...
Suddenly, Mr. Cobbs is interrupted by a crash in the distance. The two look over and see what looks to be a giant, monstrous crustacean erupting out of the earth. With no other choice, Superman flies back down to the ground. He picks up the broken pieces and pipes from the Batmobile and wraps them around Mr. Cobbs. Lives are at stake. No time to mess with you, he says as he tightens the final restraint. Last chance. Where's my son?
Safe,
Mr. Cobbs says flatly.
You betrayed my family. This isn't over. And this can't hold me for long.
Superman smacks Mr. Cobbs across the head and knocks him out. That's why I suggest you take a nap, he says before grabbing Lois and flying away. They arrive just outside the town and find the creature attacking a construction site. The two wonder, when did Hamilton become ground zero for Monster Central? Clark places Lois down a safe distance away before swooping in and evacuating civilians from the area. Meanwhile, the monster is attacking nearby support beams to a building in progress and causes hundreds of tons of metal to come crashing to the ground. Out of nowhere, an alien with red skin and glowing eyes flies in, and within seconds, it rips the creature in half.
No!
Superman cries.
What are you doing?
He grabs the alien by the shoulder and forces them to turn around.
Who are you? You slaughtered that creature.
And why is that a problem, Superman? The alien smirks. I protected my constituents.
Mayor?
Superman gasps. But before he can ask another question, another creature arrives. This one, a monstrous bat the size of a schoolhouse. The creature soars over Hamilton County until it finds some would-be prey. Superman rockets by and removes the civilians from harm. But while he is busy, two more aliens arrive. One, bulky and armored. The other, sleek, with the ability to make blades out of energy. The bulkier alien holds the bat's head to the air as the smaller one uses its blades to decapitate the beast. It doesn't take long for Superman to realize that the larger alien is Officer Haggard, and the smaller is Dr. Brooks. "You didn't need to do that," he spits. The two aliens explain that it hadn't been easy holding back their true potential, but they have for Superboy's sake. Another creature erupts from the earth and charges at the heroes. Its massive claws crush the cars as it carves out a course. The two aliens tell Superman that this is his chance to step up and protect the people by killing these monsters. Superman refuses. There's always another way, he tells them. But he is wrong. The man showed them how to use their true strength against evil, just like he'll show Superboy. And if someone is going to die, the super elite prefer it's the monsters, not them. Even Mr. Martinez flies in and lands a decisive blow on the creature. Superman asks him why exactly they graciously appointed themselves as authority figures around his son. Their answer is that they will teach John. Someday, they will need John to succeed where Clark fails. Superman tells them that he wants real answers, and the creature isn't going anywhere until he gets them. While he is distracted, the monster gets its second wind. It roars as it throws off the debris. Lois is caught in the crossfire. A street sign zooms by her horizontally, and before she can react, it slices her right leg just above the knee. Both Superman and Superboy's mouths hang open in disbelief. Before she can fall to the floor, Superman has already caught her. My leg. I'm sorry, I didn't see. Hold on, Superman tells her with an unmoving frown on his face. I have to stop the blood loss. Lois nods her head and grits her teeth. Take care of this, Clark, and let nothing get in your way of finding John. Understand me? I understand. Now hold my hand tight and scream as loud as you want. Lois does so, and Superman begins to cauterize the wound with his heat vision. I'm sorry, Lois. This is all my fault. Elsewhere, Superboy tries to force himself free of his bindings. Mom! He screams out in tears before turning his head to look away. The man comes up behind John and forces his head back towards the screen. I'm afraid I can't have you turn away. It's necessary you witness this. Action equals reaction. The time to swallow anger is over. Why be sorry after the fact? And let the past become our fate. Oh, sorry you had to watch that, John boy. But desperate times calls for desperate measures. Anything less, and innocent people are bound to suffer. Your dad and I butted heads over it in the past, but he never would see it my way. Had to give up on the big blue Boy Scout. But you can be different. You've got what it takes. Black is black, white is white. There's the innocent and the guilty. And Manchester Black says it's time we have a new Superman in town.